Good morning, Year 8. Your Do Now task for today's lesson is on the board. So start off by writing a short summary of the poem Blessing. So what happens in it? What is the blessing? While you do that, make sure that you write an accurate sentences with capital letters and full stops. And I would imagine you'll write about 3 lines. Please pause the video and do that now. Okay, welcome back. So, remember these statements. We did these at the end of last lesson where you wrote down how much you agreed or disagreed with these statements. You're now going to choose one of those statements and write a peak paragraph about it. So it's up to you really which one you want to do. So is the reader feeling angry that these people have to have no water, that they feel so thirsty? Do we feel sorry? So do we feel pity for those people who don't have constant water? Do we think it's somehow their fault that they don't have water? Are we excited for them when the pipe bursts? Does it tell us that life can be beautiful? So you need to pick which one of those that you want to do. I think I would personally go for one of the first 2 because I do feel sorry for these people and it does make me angry that they don't have proper water. So pause this video now and choose which one you want. When you've chosen, you can unpause. Amazing. So what you're going to do then is you're going to do a peak paragraph where you explore the one that you've come up with. But we're going to focus today on the explain and make that a little bit longer. So the model paragraph is on the board. So Darker, spelt like that, that's the name of the writer of the poem, okay? So the point, Darker uses onomatopoeia to help the reader imagine the water. Now, a couple of lessons ago, we did a table where we wrote down what different language features meant. Onomatopoeia is sound words, so like bang, crash, so they make the sound. So can you hear when I say the word crash? It sounds like a crash because it carries on. So that's an onomatopoeia. But if you can't remember onomatopoeia, in an exam or an assessment, you can just say sound words and that's fine. So Darker uses onomatopoeia to help the reader imagine the water. And the quotes I've used for that in green, the poem includes the words drips, crashes, and splash. My explanation then, this helps the reader understand the scene and imagine being there. They can see that the water is something rare and precious to these people, something they don't get to enjoy very often. In other societies, water is something which is often taken for granted. So the writer uses sound to help the reader feel like they are there too. I think that Darker chose these words to help us understand the poem. So your job is to write your own P paragraph, so those 3 different sections there. And what I want you to do, please, is try and have a go at doing it yourself. So last lesson, I gave you a fill in the blanks one, and you can see that there is one of these here in the PowerPoint too, but you should only really use that if you get stuck, okay? So have a go, read this through again for yourself, have a go at doing it yourself, and then afterwards you can look back at this and see what you included and what you missed. If you have the availability to send your work to me and you really want me to look at it, then you can, but you absolutely don't have to because I appreciate some people won't have the technology to be able to do that, okay? So read this again, have a go at doing it yourself without looking, then check back. And if you feel totally confused and lost, you can use the fill in the blanks version instead. That's up to you, okay? That's it for today's lesson. I will see you next time. Take care.